It's yard cleanup time. It's the fall. I've already started taking out my raspberry canes plus some goji berry vines, and I've got a couple of containers for the recycling pickup. But why send it to recycling when I can maybe use it here? Just picked up this Portland chipper shredder from Harbor Freight Tools, and I was surprised it had some pretty decent reviews on it. As long as you go in with the right expectations of the chipper shredder, that you're not going to be doing big branches, but rather up to, I think it says a 1.5 inch diameter. Users say that it actually works fairly well. So I'm going to put it through its paces, shredding down those sticks and things that I have, and use it around the yard as necessary. So let's do an unboxing and see what we got here. This is priced at $134. This is September 2022. It was cheaper earlier in the year, certainly last year, but with a 25% off coupon plus tax, came out to $114. So, got instructions, don't need that. This is the main unit, and looks like the handle here. And the stand. The unit looks like it fits onto the stand with these things here. Here we go. Fits right in. Two hard plastic wheels. Whoa, to help push stuff in. It looks good, like it won't go in too far, so that should be good. And they actually give you a bag for the to catch the debris. Not bad. And that looks like everything. So we're going to attach screws in here. Just requires a Phillips head. Hopefully this just lines right up. I'm actually impressed by that, because a lot of times when you get these cheaper products, you have to kind of slide it around to get it to sit to the screw, but this just went right into the hole, so it looks like it was lined right up. As I said, that's impressive for a relatively cheap product. That one lined up as well. Okay, I'll take this wheel, put it on this side. And the cotter pin, which I put here. And now we'll splay it out. There we go. All right, that holds that in. So let's see if this actually, if these clips actually do suck as everybody says. Giving a tight appearance. I don't know. Seems pretty secure to me. I may need to get the instruction manual to see about these blades, how they're put in. Okay, don't revoke my man card, but I broke down and got the instructions to see how to install these chipper blades, and it turns out these are actually extra blades. They come with it, so that's pretty decent. They give you an extra set of blades for this unit. So I'm going to use the bag and see how well that holds up. Looks like you strap this on here, and there's one on the other side. Okay, I'll guess something like that. So we'll take the plug and attach it back here. Take the plug cover off. I've heard it's loud, so we're going to find out. Oh yeah. So that was a raspberry cane that I just put through. But that looks like some pretty good wood chips. Not bad. Let's have more fun. So that was about a 3/4 inch branch, and it actually had no problem at all handling that. It just accepted it, and it actually pulls it down into the hopper to a certain extent. Only when it gets down lower than that's when you need to use the paddle to put it through. Okay, that one was pushing 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and it really had no problems handling that. Let me just show you. We got these little cutouts here that you feed it through, and I guess as long as it fits into these holes, it's within that diameter. So I used it on this hole right here, and it was just in there, so it's probably just a little bit under 1 1/2 inches, but it had no problem at all handling that. So this is what we've got so far in wood chips. There we go. That is some pretty decent wood chips. So I gotta say, for $114, $134 even, without a coupon to get it, this works really well. I had been looking at one of the bigger ones to perhaps handle a lot of the branches and stuff that occasionally come down, but in reality, I'm not doing much more than, this size branch, the occasional 1 1/2 inch branch like I just put through, and this should do really well in handling that. Like I said, the wood chips on here are pretty good. No complaints about the bag so far. How it holds up over time, who knows? But right now, I'm impressed. So I put the chipper shredder through its paces, checking out how well it could handle things, and not once did I have a hiccup with this. It performed perfectly the entire time. Discuss a couple of safety features. I never felt like there was ever any risk of kickback or anything like that. It's got these rubber flaps here to help it prevent some stuff from coming back at you. But even when the branch is in there, there didn't seem any danger at all. And I'm sure there's probably something in there to prevent that from happening. But there was, like I said, it never, like the branches, the branches never like bounced up or anything like that. They always held down and very secure. And you saw the wood chips; they were nice and fine. On the safety though, here, let me open this up just to show what I mean. Again, you just, here, let's unplug it. There we go. Safety first, right? Oh, good. The landscaper's next door. Okay. Go. Okay. All right. Well, this is what it looks like after use. So I guess it's a good idea to come through afterwards and clean this out. This top part is sitting up here. So even if you put your hand into this housing here, like this, you're not anywhere near the chipper blades. You've got a whole shaft down here. Let's see if you can see my fingers. Yeah, see, my fingers are way up there. Even if you stuck your hand into that portal, you're nowhere near the blades, so you're not going to get cut with this. There's really zero risk. I imagine a small child could probably stick their hand and arm all the way down there, but even at that point, I think just the length of their arm would still limit their ability to get in there. So what they've included here is a key which you can pull out, and now this can't be turned on at all. So if you're worried about your kids plugging it in and sticking their hand in there, just take that out, put it to the side, and it won't be able to turn on. I think this is a pretty well thought out machine. If I had to quibble with something, and I'd really be forced to quibble with something here, when you're putting the branches in, you want to angle them to the back this way, because obviously the chipper part is back here. So you want them to come in at an angle, because when you go straight down, like nothing really happens, but when you angle it, that's when the chipper blades grab it and pull it down into to be mulched. I did notice that with branches naturally being round, this wasn't necessarily the greatest design to push them all the way in. I mean, once they were down in there and using this, I found that wiggling this and pushing the pieces in there to the back helped get them all through the machine. But when it's sticking up like a little bit like this, and I mean, you can just, again, push it down, and but then you have to sit this flat piece on top of the round piece to push it in. It wasn't always the best, but I don't know, maybe there is no better solution than what that is. And like I said, that's me just being hard pressed to find something to complain about on it. And I definitely think it's worth the price. There's some similarly priced ones on Amazon I've seen, a little bit more even, from like Sunjoe and a few others. But for a Harbor Freight product, I think this is just fine. Okay, thanks for watching.